right. Let's get the work in. Gotta put that work in. We're all a bunch of losers. Two Monday night games.
Cleveland versus Pittsburgh. Carolina versus New Orleans. Will Vogel couldn't be on the show tonight because it's a Panthers game tonight.
Oh man, you're gonna.
That's what he told me.
Like, is that what he said?
Yeah. So, no, I don't want to hear him anymore about what team he roots for. So, I mean, you can't come on and talk about the Lions because the Panthers game is on. Well,
See what you did, Will Vogel? You're going to come on and represent your team tonight? Are you a Packer fan? Are you a Viking fan? Maybe you might even be a Bear fan. If you're not in witness protection. You're not feeling too good about it? All right. I got the West Coast Stat Master. He's in the back.
Is he? He's in the chat saying he ain't going to make it.
No, actually, West Coast Stat Master is there. He's in he's in the backstage. He ain't going to make it in the chat tonight.
Dude, he's champing at the bit.
Age.
He wants to rip his own team. I know, Greg. That's what he's out to rip his team tonight.
He likes that.
I don't blame him. Detroit Lions need to be ripped.
And you guys deserve it, okay? You deserve a chance to rip your team when they suck. And I'm curious to see who's going to be talking the smack because, like, nobody. The NFC North was 0-4 this week. That makes it 2-8.
Making the NFC South look good, man. Like the weakest division in football, looking really good playing us.
Tampa Baker. Let's get Rush.
Atlanta Falcons 2-0. Coming into Ford Field 2-0. I'll be interested to see what the line is on that game.
All right, let's get the countdown going. There we go.
What do you think the line? You think Atlanta will be favored coming into Ford Field?
I don't know about that.
I don't think.
We're about ready to get this thing started, guys. Maybe it is. We're gonna figure some things out. Emmy nominated main event Mike is in the back right now getting a massage before we come on and go live right here.
Thanks, Deshaun. Look, Brad Holmes telling you, subscribe now. That look on Brian Pohl's face looks like he just stole something.
Oh, what's going on, Grant? Look at Bear Down Mike, he's here. Wow, there's more Bear fans in the chat here than any other fan base. Bear fans representing.
I love Rajneesh admitting his team sucks. I love that. Thank you. Lions have had to do that for 60 years. 61 now.
We suck again.
We suck again. Second week of the season. We suck again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I like to talk over this part so we don't get dinged for copyright.
Yeah, let's definitely do that.
Yeah. But it's such a cool part, though.
Not such a great second week, though. We'll get into that. How's everyone feeling?
Oh, yeah. That's on. It's on you. It's the one pride, baby. We're ready to talk some football main event.
I don't
Mike.
get the big intro tonight. I don't get the big intro. Okay, I'll give me the big intro.
Okay, wait. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one, welcome all to the NFC North Open Mic with your host, the one, the only, the king of Sting, the Emmy-nominated main event Mike.
Thank you. That is the Maestro Russell Wayne, and this is NFC North Open Mic Night. It's a trash talking show. This is not a safe space. Bring your thick skin tonight. And it's Let Down Monday. It's officially in the books, week 2 for the NFC North, with all 4 teams taking the L this week. Going to be awful hard to find trash talkers pounding on their chest and boasting this week, I would say. I'm your host, Main Event Mike. Whatever you're watching right now, like it. Hit the like button. If you go over to our YouTube, it's at Main Event 365. Subscribe to our channel. That's the juice that makes it run, right? We do this for you 365 days a year. Show a little love. Hit the subscribe or like this video button if you please. Main Event Mike here with the Maestro Russell Wayne and the West Coast Stat Master Greg Rice. How are you today, gentlemen?
Wonderful.
You like that? Playoffs.
Oh, the drop hand is the drop hand is supple today. How are we doing, Greg, out there in Cali?
We're doing great, It just got a little sunnier. It's a little windy out here, gentlemen, so I'll be muting my mic in between my takes, man. I'm just glad to be on the show with you guys. Another blessed day. Back-to-back headers for Monday Night Football, so.
Right. You getting ready for that?
Something like that, yeah.
Well, while we're on that subject, let's get a quick prediction. You like Cleveland on the road against Kenny Pickett?
I do. I'm a homer for Jim Schwartz. I always loved him. Not so much the head coach. I think that was just a little bit above his forte, man. But as a defensive coordinator, he gets a scheme with Zadarius Smith and Myles Garrett. Ooh-wee.
Yeah, and I got Nick Chubb on my fantasy team to win some money tonight. All I need him to do is do halfway decent. If he does as good as Jahmyr Gibbs, I win. So that's all we're asking for. Then that second game, you got the Carolina the Panthers at home against the New Orleans Saints with Jamal Williams. Stop playing with us. Who do you like there?
I like what the Saints have. They're a sneaky dark horse team. And Mike, you touched on some before the show even kicked off. Man, the NFC South is sure looking a lot better than the NFC North right now.
Yeah. I mean, when you get these teams on your schedule like the Vikings and the Bears, it's going to run your record up a little bit in 2023. So I like Carolina actually to pull off the upset because they're at home, and I think they've got a lot. On both sides of the ball in the trenches. I like their offensive and defensive line. Bryce Young looking for his first win as a pro. Probably a dumb pick, but I just can't stand Derek Carr, so I like to root against him. I've always actually liked the Saints, but once they got Derek Carr, You're done. So anyway, like every week we do, the roast post is how we start this show. And here's a nice shot from Goodfellas for the roast post. If you would like to have your comment put in the roast post, if you'd like to post that roasts, go to the NFC North, the huddle. It's a group. Join the group. Join the conversation. What do we got, Russ?
Oh, you want me to? Oh man, we starting right out with the goods.
Roast
Right
post. like who put this one? Was this you? Is this a Russell Wayne original?
Well, this is original. This is original. I have to admit.
Okay, I think this is your first entry in the roast post. Like literally a roast post tonight.
Yeah.
They're burning Justin Fields jerseys. I want to talk about that later with some Bear fans. What's our next one? Oh, more Bear roasting. And this is a comparison to Mitch Trubisky, who every Bear fan swears is the second coming of the devil. But as you could see, his stats there, more passing yards, a better passer rating, less turnovers. Definitely in comparison to Mitch Trubisky through 27 career games, Mitch Trubisky markedly better. However, Bears fans are going to point to the team that was around Trubisky. That was a playoff team, and they're going to argue that Justin Fields does not have a playoff caliber roster around him now.
They need a receiver. They need a receiver and some offensive linemen. Man, they're not protecting him.
Yeah, that's what they said all last offseason, didn't they? And now they are in the midst of the longest losing streak in Chicago Bears franchise history. And trust me, folks, that is a very long history. Chicago Bears, the longest active losing streak in the NFL currently.
Ha 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 ha! Bears getting made fun of. Bear got Oh,
wait a minute. Now we're getting made fun of. And this is by John Dorn, who's on a top tier trash talking level. He says, Lions fans, how that blue mask work out for yeah? For yeah? How's that blue mask work out for yeah? I'll just leave it at that, John. But I do like the roast post, my friend. John Dorn roasting Lions fans there, that they're the same old Lions. And here we are, roasted the Bears again. Robert Gonzalez in the huddle, looking for Bears fans who said they were taking over the NFC North, because I'm sorry, guys, y'all did say that all off season. It's only 2 games in, but right now it's looking like same old Bears to me.
Playoffs.
What do we got next? This one comes from Matthew Luistari, says Lions fans on crack if they think they're getting that. Detroit Sports Podcast says, if the Jets offered Lions a first-round pick for Teddy B, should Brad Holmes make the deal? Well, the best part of this roast post is the comment right below. If someone offered me $101.8 million for my 82 Ford Escort, should I make that deal? What a dumb hypothetical.
Oh, that's good.
Nice Paco Fuentes 74 with the little roast hat.
That one's my favorite one.
Yeah. Pookie, baby.
Oh, Chicago Bear fans, you need to come to your team's rescue tonight, because it's going to get thick for you guys. This one's from Stephen Thomas, who is a Lions fan. Says, hey, Lions fans, it could be worse.
Steven is very, very big in the back chats, and especially in the boom boom room. And Stephen Thomas making his presence felt, and he doesn't even have to be on the show to do it.
No, and now he's a member of the Roast Post alumni. And this next Roast Post brought to you by the Tom Novans Corporation.
Hey.
Tom Novans Corp. No shitty post goes unaudited at the Tom Novans Corporation. He says, meanwhile, in Bear groups, Bears will be the NFC champs this year.
We're killing everybody.
He is roasting the Bears 2 games in. Do you really think they're in there saying that? I don't think so.
Not anymore. Oh, they were, though. Believe that, they were. I'm in a few of those groups. The hype around Fields and how good the Bears were going to be. Ooh-wee.
And this one is absolutely my favorite. Bear fans sweating it, because if they point out that the Pack was playing the worst team in the league last week, then they'd have to admit Jordan Love might be good. So that's a hell of a choice. It's a damned if you do, damned if you don't. This is a good, deep thinking roast, and I like it. And that's our roast post of the week from Matthew Puma. Oh, wait, we got a late entry. It's a Karen triad.
Yes.
The trio, because as we talked all that shit by Robert Hanna, talking about the Vikings all last year, how they were division champs and going to roll us again. Now they start out 0-2. And these girls just look like someone stole their Tupperware.
We couldn't leave the
Yes.
Vikings out. No, no, no.
Oh. And I'm not sure, but John Dorn again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The
This one-
Photoshopping Jordan Love's head on there is just too much for me. Don't cry fool's gold, Lions fans, when the new and improved Packers sweep the same old Lions. Well, don't forget, John, it's been 728 days since the Packers even beat the Lions.
Oh, gosh.
I'll tell you what, guys, we are barreling towards week 4, where the Lions go into Lambeau, and that is going to be one hell of a game. Can't wait for that. It's going to be interesting to see what the records are. You know, we even theorized before the season that both teams could be 3-0 going in, or 0-3 going in. But now both teams have at least 1 in the win column, and hopefully Lions will have 2 in the win column going in, and I know Packer fans feel the same way. So both teams going in 2-1 into week 4 sounds about right to me. Sounds about even, Steven. These two are obviously the best 2 teams in the division. I think the first 2 weeks are showing that out.
That was one of the best roast post segments I've ever. I haven't laughed so hard in a little bit, but I think it's time to bring in the people, isn't it, Mike?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
We got to
Who's
get the
first?
people in. I don't know. I have to put I'm putting the link out to the people right now because this is open mic. This is your chance. Actually, Mike said this isn't a safe space. This might be a safe space because we all lost this week.
Yeah.
We might just need to have a couch to cry on tonight. And if you want this to be the couch to cry on, you can come on, or if you just want to come on and just bitch about your team, or if you want to roast the other teams, that's fine.
Yeah,
that's
you
fine.
can come in. You can come in and commiserate. You know, your team's lost, but I'm here to jump all over you if you do. So let's see who's first.
What? No
one's in yet. All right, well, let's talk about this Detroit Lions then. Greg Rice, I want to talk to you real quick.
What's up, Mike? How can I help you, young man?
The Detroit Lions had no turnovers. They didn't generate any turnovers on defense, I should say. Seattle had no turnovers. And the Detroit Lions didn't have any sacks. I am not counting the sack that they had, because for some odd reason, Geno Smith out of the pocket runs back 20 yards. I don't understand why he didn't just throw it out, and then there would be a total donut in the sack column for the Detroit Lions. Not generating any turnovers, not getting any sacks, and then having 3 turnovers on offense, actually 1 in the red zone and a pick 6. Did your team ever have a chance when you're battling those kind of stats, Greg?
I absolutely believe not. And, I use it as a tool, PFF, as you guys know. And when you have 11 players on defense with subpar 60 grades after we were touting how much depth we had, you were just not going to win games. You added the fact that we're generating no pressure. You added the fact that, our superstar players are playing very mid or mediocre at best. It's just not a recipe for winning.
All right, well, I'm going to have to disagree with you on that, Greg, because your team actually did have a chance to win. Your team did have a chance to overcome those obstacles. They had the ball for the last possession, and your coach decided to pack in his giant cojones and play it conservative to get a field goal for the tie. So I think the answer to your question is yes, your team did have a chance, and they blew it. Let's welcome to the show, though. It's Bear Down Mike. Bear Down Mike, how you doing with your team sitting at 0-2, my friend? Oh, and he shaved the beard. Maybe he's trying to swing the luck.
He's looking good. Look at that. Coming in, looking dapper.
I had to get rid of it. I was sick of it.
Yeah? Sick of losing or the beard?
Both.
Oh. Well, maybe kicking. Who do you guys got next week, Mike?
Kansas City.
So you might want to not shave.
This is my thought. If Justin doesn't go out this last game, this against the City game, and throw the damn ball, done.
It's my quarterback.
Throw in Tyson Bagent. If we're going to lose, we might as well see what this rookie has.
So you're jumping. I mean, you've been his toughest supporter, man. You stuck with him. We've roasted you left and right about your quarterback, and you stood fast. And kudos to you, man. You stand there in the Lions' den and you take it. You take it, and you defend this guy. But now you're one game away, Mike, from jumping off.
Yep. Too many guys were wide open. and he's not making the throws. He's holding that damn ball. The offensive line wasn't terrible. The 6 sacks, 4 of them were his fault.
Yeah, that's what we've been telling you for 2 years, man.
So
we've been telling you that for 2 years.
Yeah,
You're right. Your offensive line wasn't that bad. Actually, Khalil Herbert had a 5-yard average every time he touched the ball. He had 7 carries for 35 yards. That's a 5-yard average.
I love Khalil Herbert. Great player, Bears. He is. If there's one person to look up to, it's Khalil Herbert. He was your highest graded player in PFF with an 84 grade. Like, the kid is something special. Just, I don't know about Fields. He was your 5th worst graded player, 52.3. That's got to be one of the lowest grades. I didn't get a chance to check across the league, but my God. On a positive note, though, Bears fans, he did not fumble the ball. So we're making progress in that department.
No, he fumbled
it.
He fumbled it.
Are you serious?
Yeah, strip sack. No. It was a strip sack. It was a strip sack.
Oh, no.
Right on. So, welcome to the program, sir. I'm Mike. What's your name?
Oh, this is Rajneesh.
Oh, you're Rajneesh. Welcome to the show. Nice to finally meet you in person, Rajneesh. I know you're a contributor on our morning. I know you're a contributor on our morning show, and we really appreciate you. So Rajneesh, your quarterback was 16 of 29. That's barely over 50%. He only had a 7.3 yard average per throw, 1 TD, 2 interceptions. I won 50 on DraftKings. I bet the over on the interceptions. Are you ready to jump off the Justin Fields train yet? Justin Love and Jordan Fields. I can't keep them apart.
I don't know, man. I think he need to take out his Kotex, man. I don't know what the fuck going on with him, man. It's like Jay Cutler and Rex Grossman. They do some good stuff, but they just so damn inconsistent. I don't know what the hell to say, man. Like what Mike was like Mike was saying. If he don't get his shit together against KC, go ahead and throw Badger in on game against the Broncos.
Well, it stands to reason that y'all will lose against the Chiefs. I mean,
I don't do none of that shit.
I understand.
I don't do none of that favor.
I understand, Rajneesh, but it's not a hard stretch for us to look ahead and say, okay, if the Bears lose and they're 0-3, isn't it a little harsh to judge him and make that the game that you decide to can him against the Chiefs? I mean, wouldn't you get one more game after that if he lose? If he's competitive, if he looks good and you lose, would you consider one more game for him?
If he looks good and he loses, yeah.
No, the thing is, if he looked the same like the first 2 games, and they go back and they watch the film and they saying like, oh man, he's just not throwing the football. And if he's going, what that is going to be consistent, and so they're going to decide to make a move, man.
I'm asking your opinion. Are you ready to give up on the kid right now? Should you start Bajan in KC?
It's my quarterback.
Now, man, be honest with you, I wouldn't start him in KC. They got Jones back. Oh, hell no.
So why would you? So if you wouldn't start Tyson Bagent in KC, why would you let Justin Fields' time as a Bear quarterback end in KC?
Well, man, Justin did it to himself. Justin did that shit to himself.
Wait, you hear that, Greg Rice?
I do.
Justin Fields has done it to himself. Well, we've heard for 2 years is it's offensive line. There are no weapons around him. Now this year it's the coaching. But now it's Justin Fields. Some of
that is true. But because, be honest, Justin Fields has to play perfect to overcome all that, and he hasn't played perfect. He has to.
The game plan has not been correct for Justin. We'll say that.
You guys thought he was going to play perfect?
Not moving the pocket.
Go ahead.
Hold on, A-Dub. Hold on, Robert. We're letting Bears fans roast their own team before we let you guys go.
We roasting. Man, it is what it is. We
It
Bears
is what
fans.
it is.
Look,
It is
look,
what it
look.
is. What we've all been telling you for 2.5 years is the kid can't throw. He can't read defenses. He's not going to make it as a passer in this league, and y'all are finally seeing it, and that's just what it is. Please welcome to the show a couple of Packer fans. We got A-Dub, fresh back from his trip from Atlanta, watching his team lose, and Robert, our resident Packer troll in here. How are you tonight, guys? Oh, somebody deserves an attaboy for that.
That's the old lady, man.
Ah, she's a brave woman. Go ahead, guys. Tell me about your team losing to the Atlanta Falcons 25-24. A-Dub, you were there, right? You saw it firsthand. What was your takeaway from the game?
Falcons was better.
When I watched that game, every part of me kept one. You could say that, but at the same time, my attitude is like, why? Once again, it's the same old story with our defense. Like, mediocre to garbage when it comes to defending the run, because we let Bijan Robinson have a big game where he ran all over us, having that buck 70+ yards on us on the ground. Not just him, we allowed a few big run plays from even Desmond Ridder. And
so your takeaway. So A-Dub, in a nutshell, your takeaway is you couldn't run the ball and you couldn't stop the run.
Exactly. And it was hard for us to do so. And it was hard for us to do so even with our top runner, Aaron Jones, out.
Yeah.
Robert, what's your take on it?
Man,
when it comes to what A.J. Dillon. Sorry.
Go ahead, A-Dub. Go ahead. A-Dub's got a lag, so we got to account for it. Go ahead, bud.
When it comes to A.J. Dillon, sure, he could be decent to make some runs, but he is not a true running back one for us. So, of course, there was no chance we was going to see that much out of him.
Agreed.
Right on. Robert, what's your take?
Well, we laid a big golden egg, man. I mean, shit. We had a 12-point lead, and the fourth quarter hits. I mean, we were putting up points. We were doing our thing in the third quarter. Like, we made I thought, okay, we're going to walk this game. I mean, and then suddenly we can't stop the run. Suddenly we can't run. I mean, well, I don't think we could run anyway. I mean, Dillon already for 2 games, he's averaging less than 3 yards a carry. That's just unacceptable. I don't know what has happened with that guy. I mean, I know he's got a kid and everything else. You know, maybe that's catching up to him. I don't. It's certainly showing out on the field. He's not producing like he did his first year, where he was averaging 5 yards a carry. Where there was talk of putting him in front of Jones, but and having our best running back down did not help. But I don't make no excuses for that. It's the next guy up. I mean, we should have ran Wilson more. I mean, he had a few nice runs, and we should have just kept run. We should have gave him the ball, but. They like to stick with that hot. They like to stick with the regulars, and don't make no excuses and whatever. We sucked out there. We shit the bed.
When I heard Aaron Jones wasn't going to play in the game, I thought, wow, this could be the day that Emmanuel Wilson, we all get introduced to him, because we saw what he did in the preseason, and it was no surprise that he made the team after his preseason performance. And I really thought that was going to be the headline the next day. Wow, this guy comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I thought it was going to be that good. Emmanuel Wilson, 3 carries for 5 yards.
Yeah.
He had some negative plays that countered the long run that he had. So not a good stat line.
Yeah, no, you guys be ready for that shit next week, man, because they got a stout defense that can, I mean, you guys got a shifty runner. Honestly, I think a lot more. I mean, yeah, we sucked on covering the run more this week, but Bijan's more like Gibbs, man. That dude is freaking elusive, and he had some very, very nice moves. I mean, I think he's one of those running backs where you can stack the box all you want, and he's still going to get his yards. I mean, there's no stopping that guy, I don't think.
You think he's that good?
Oh, man, dude. Wait, you guys are going to see it. You're going to see it, bro. He's got speed. He's just like Gibbs. I swear to God. Look, I honestly am scared of playing Gibbs now because after seeing him play and how shifty he is.
Well, Jahmyr Gibbs has yet to put up a stat line anything close to what Bijan Robinson did against the Green Bay Packers.
Well,
Bijan Robinson, 19 carries, 124 yards. He also burned you for 48 yards in the receiving game. He had a 6.5 yard average per carry. That, my friends, is really good numbers.
He's the real deal, man.
Green Bay, as a team, only 84 rushing yards total. No doubt y'all missed Aaron Jones for sure, while you gave up 211 yards. So it just goes right back to your point, A-Dub. I think the same thing can be said about the Minnesota Vikings on Thursday. They couldn't run the ball. They couldn't stop the run. I think the same thing could be said about the Chicago Bears on Sunday. Couldn't run the ball, couldn't stop the run. The Detroit Lions, they actually did stop the run, and they rushed for over 100 yards in a losing effort. So an L is an L is an L. So I'm not saying we're any better than you guys there. So the moral of the story, kids, Packers-Lions sitting at 1-1. We're going to say Packers first because they have a divisional win, and then the Vikings and the Bears battling it out at 0-2 in the basement. So an auspicious start for the NFC North so far in 2023. And, we got a welcome to the show. Did you guys hear that Darth Vader music? Dun, 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 dun. John Dorn just entered the arena. Welcome, John Dorn. How are you, sir?
How's it going, guys?
Going great.
How's the same old Lions doing with the mask?
They look like the same old Lions.
Yeah.
Here they are on the
same old Packers, fucking shit run defense.
You guys, I love this. That Jair Alexander's like the girl tour guide lady that was on there.
Well, we dropped 2 picks. Jair dropped one, it hit him dead in the hands, and then old boy got his hands on a second one, almost had it from last week.
Here's my question for John Dorn. If Aaron Rodgers was your quarterback, would you guys have come back at the end and won that game?
It's my quarterback. We wouldn't even fucking scored fucking two. You wouldn't even have 2 touchdowns. Fucking that guy was bad. You wouldn't have made he made 4 fucking plays last time he played?
Hey.
It's my quarterback.
Hey, look.
He's rusty.
Stop it.
Washed up.
Aaron Rodgers lasted of all of 3 plays. Okay.
Yeah.
That's still 2 more than Abraham Lincoln. So tell me, 4. You're trying to tell me that. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. So Aaron Rodgers wouldn't even have had it that close against those Atlanta Falcons, is what you're saying, John.
Don't lie, John.
Why would I want Rodgers when I got a young upcoming quarterback that just threw 6 touchdowns in the last 2 games? Is one of the better fucking quarterbacks in the fucking division right now.
Yeah, but he still has his problems, man.
Just think though, if he's not hitting, we're not hitting on all cylinders yet on offense. When we start hitting all cylinders, that offense can be fucking dangerous.
I agree with that, but he showed
highest points in the league, and we're not even hitting all cylinders yet.
We're averaging. I love it, man. Our offense is averaging 30 points a game. I mean, we're 1-1.
Robert, do you think you guys win that game if Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback? Be for real.
I'm not going to say that.
But I gotta.
Go ahead,
Data. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You got a bad leg.
If I had to answer that question, I'd say he could when it comes down to him being the more experienced and certainly Rodgers is more accustomed to those kind of game situations to which Jordan Love isn't. Like it's like what I said earlier. Jordan Love, he still has more growing and developing to do. He's not accustomed to those kind of late game situations.
No doubt Aaron Rodgers makes that third down throw. It doesn't sail it over the guy's head, guaranteed.
Yeah, no, he was wide open. That was an errant throw by Joe. That was an errant throw. No, he made some poor decisions. I mean, when he went on that third down, he had Dobbs wide open to the right, and he chose the wrong pass and threw it into coverage on the left. I mean, that just shows it's his third game. I'm sorry, guys. It's his third game starting.
And he did finish with a 113 passer rating, which isn't
too
shabby.
Yeah, I'll take that book of excuses. You guys, with your fucking shitty ass fucking quarterback, it's ridiculous.
What's your mom with that
rating? A 70? That's his fucking rating, a 70? That's a fucking shit ass quarterback, man. That's your fucking starting quarterback. His average rating's a 70. Please.
Justin Fields with a 61.1 rating on Sunday, and I think that's Robert's point there.
Yeah, you guys fucking suck.
And like I was saying, 151 yards isn't lighting the world on fire, but he did have 3 touchdowns. no interceptions, and a 113 rating. He's managing the game. He's playing that West Coast offense that Matt LaFleur wants to see, which we haven't even been able to see any of these years because Aaron Rodgers won't listen to him and changes the play every time at the line of scrimmage. So I'm definitely impressed with Jordan Love, man. I got to give credit where credit's due. And he doesn't look scared. He doesn't look rattled.
He doesn't look scared.
And all of these things that we're criticizing him for are all things that will work themselves out in time. And this kid could be really, really good, and could be good things on the horizon for Green Bay. It's going to be really interesting.
What up, people?
In week 4.
So how much time do he get?
Yeah, that's a great question from a Bears fan. How much time do you give Jordan Love before you give up on him?
He'll be in the Super Bowl within a couple of years.
Bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
By 25, bro, we're going to be in the Super Bowl with him.
Bullshit.
Hey, man, let me. Here's a little stat you Bear fans don't know nothing about. In Packer history, only 4 quarterbacks had multiple touchdowns their first couple of games. Lynn Dickey, Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, and Jordan Love. I'm telling you, man, if he sits on this path, he's going to be the next great fucking quarterback. Something you jokers know nothing about. 100 years, your best quarterback, Sammy Baugh. That's it, bro.
Wait, hey.
That's it.
Hold on. Bear Down Mike just sent me a private message. He says, tell that dude to suck my Lynn Dickey.
If he had a Lynn Dickey, he wishes he had a Lynn Dickey.
It's my quarterback.
Please welcome to the show. He's a writer for the South Florida Tribune. He's a lot classier than you knuckleheads. This is Jeremy B. How are you tonight, Jeremy?
Still reeling from that awful loss. And when are we going to hold AG accountable for having the bottom 10 passing defense for the 3rd consecutive year?
Bottom 10 passing defense, 3rd consecutive year, but we're only 2 games into this year. Is that fair?
Yeah, because look at this. In 2021, with a god-awful roster, they only got 244.7 yards through the air. Last year, with a little better roster, 245.6. Through 2 games, it's 268.5. That's abysmal.
Right. Okay. Well, they were able to stop the run against Seattle.
We stopped the run, but we made Geno Smith look like the next Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, but what I'm saying is the defense wasn't a total dumpster fire because they were able to stop the run. They couldn't get any pressure on Geno, and if you look at Geno, he had an average of over 4 seconds on every pass play. You can't expect your secondary guys to cover that long, Jeremy.
I didn't say that. I'm saying
you hold on the ball too long.
But
I'm saying the coverage was good enough. The coverage was good enough that Geno Smith had plenty of time to find the backup tight end for 14 yards over and over again. So, I mean, I just think you're being a little too hard on Aaron Glenn in the secondary. Jeremy, what do you think of that?
I don't think I'm being hard enough because you know what? The only thing that hasn't changed on this defense is Aaron Glenn.
That's not true, sir.
You guys revamped your whole secondary, did you not?
That is not true, sir. I mean, our weakest link last year was Awarrior. We watched Okuda and Awarrior get abused by DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf had 6 targets and 6 catches. So there was a lot of times that he was covered because Geno Smith attempted 41 passes and DK was only given 6 targets. Why? Because he was covered. And after 4 seconds in the pocket, you can't expect these guys to cover that long. You were getting no pass rush. That's the story here. And you can't blame Aaron Glenn for a personnel problem.
That's right. If you don't got a good pass rush, it don't matter how good your secondary is. They're eventually going to get fucking hurt.
I love your team, Jeremy. I love you, man, but I can't argue. I can't agree with that take.
I think Aaron Glenn is an issue. His refusal to change the way he plans a defense around a mobile quarterback is a problem.
You guys could have Joe Barry.
No, we had him once. You can
turnovers.
The way they game plan for a running quarterback. Give me something that Aaron Glenn could have done differently to mitigate what happened on Sunday.
Spy a quarterback so they're not getting outside the pocket for one thing. Number 2,
I screamed that during the Packer game.
Stunt the
Geno did not hurt us from outside the pocket. He hurt us from inside the pocket. And while you got a spy linebacker on the quarterback, that's one less guy in coverage.
No, we didn't rush but 4 or 5 we didn't rush 4 or 5. We didn't rush 4 or 5 the whole game.
I love it. Lion on lion crime.
I mean, it's legit what you guys are talking about. I mean,
stunt the
coming
defensive
from
tackle, so it takes
you guys got the same issues we got. I mean,
you're talking about. Come on.
Hey man, I kept screaming. That's why Ritter kept running on us, man. We didn't have a spy on him. We had him covered down the field. He just tucked the ball and fucking ran on us, man. That's why he had those big explosive runs. We didn't have nobody covering him.
Yeah, Kenneth Walker only got 46 yards, but Gino made up the other 40. So don't tell me he didn't get outside the pocket and do damage.
No, he ran between the tackles a few times as well.
Just to keep the drives alive hurts, man. Those fucking kill.
And call out CJ for being stupid and shoving Kenneth Walker back to the ground when he tackled him for a loss.
Absolutely.
That was extended that drive. That extended that drive into a touchdown for them to tie it with us. So you can look at what all went wrong. It's all coaching mistakes. Going for it when we were at the exact range of Patterson's field goal kicking instead of kicking the field goal, and that turned into a touchdown. That's a 10-point swing.
Right.
Thank God it's early in the season, huh?
It's early. It's early, man. Way early.
And I do like that. I do like that call out on the coaching as a whole, rather than just Aaron Glenn.
It's not just Aaron Glenn. It's a plethora of things. 13 points was because of the two failed fourth down conversions. One was a field goal. One was us not taking a field goal, and the other was a touchdown. That's 13 points.
That's on the coach.
And since the Packers are chirping over here, I do want to give some more credit where credit's due. I take back what I said last year about Quay Walker. Quay Walker yesterday had 17 tackles.
Bro, he's all over. He's a beast.
Dude, you get 17 tackles, your team's either on the field too long, like last week, Bobby.
Yeah, we were.
Like week 1, Bobby Wagner had 19 tackles, but that's because his team was on the field, 3/4 of the game he was on the field. Quay Walker wasn't that way. They split right down the middle in time of possession. He had 17 tackles. Kudos to him. That's a great stat line.
And he had his hand on one of them balls, same way against the Bears, man. He snatched it up. He had his hand on it.
And he had a pick 6 last week.
Yeah. Yeah, he had a pick 6 and almost the same identical way. He read the quarterback's eyes.
So kudos to Quay Walker, and by the way, and double kudos because he didn't cry this week in the tunnel. So that's a double.
He's manned up, man. He's sacked up since then.
Another guy I want to give a shout out to is Savage. Savage.
Yeah, he sacked it up since then, man. You can cut him some slack now. Wait till we see you guys. He's gonna come introduce himself.
He's gonna pick off golf for a pick 6.
He's had 2 chances. He's had 2 weeks, 2 chances. He got one, and he almost the same identical way, bro. It was almost identical. I love it. Football's here, fellas.
So I want to hear a prediction from A-Dub. I'll go ahead with your take, A-Dub, and then I want to ask you a question. Go ahead with your take. You had your hand up. I'm sorry. Did you have your hand up?
I was trying to see, did you get my answer for your... Yeah, I did, as far as wanting to address something from earlier this morning. Like, I was hoping you got my answer to your question about if I didn't blame Jordan Love, who I blame. Yes, I think some of that blame does go to Matt LaFleur for not adjusting in the fourth quarter when needed to. And the defense could take blame for that loss, too, when it came to their issue of not stopping the run, which has been a thing for us for years, not having a good run defense. So, yeah, that's why I can't put the blame on for that loss. Like, they didn't adjust just to what the Falcons were doing at the time needed to.
John Dorn, you agree with that take? I noticed you were nodding your head.
Well, from the second last possession we had, we're just trying to run the clock down, and I hate when he does that. And run, and we didn't get the first down. I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, no, that was the problem. You're supposed to do that.
We have the lead. Yeah, just because we have the lead, don't put the foot off the gas. Fucking start throwing, fucking do whatever. Wait till you get down in field goal range, and then you can start taking time off the clock.
I disagree with that. I disagree. Many years we watch Aaron Rodgers throw the ball, and the incomplete passes, they fall, and you give all the time on the clock. You run the ball. There's no reason why we can't get a first down fucking 3 tries running the fucking ball. Dylan sucked ass yesterday. That's the problem. If Aaron Jones is in there, I guarantee we grind the clock down. We grind it. That's it. And that's what you're supposed to do. We had a lead. All we had to do was get down into field goal range, kick another field goal, and force them to have to score a touchdown. I mean, there was so many. It was a lot. There was a lot of coaching issues there yesterday. I'm going to say that, and it all came in the fourth quarter. The whole fucking thing collapsed.
And then we were going 4th and 1, and I think Love had the wrong signal or some wrong code or something, and Myers didn't snap the ball, and it looked like he was drunk. Trying to fucking get
what was that all about?
Well, see, I think he thought he should sneak, but nobody else was going on that take, and I think he was trying to fake it. He tripped over his feet. He looked like he was drunk.
Yeah, he wanted Myers to snap the ball, but he wouldn't snap the ball.
He didn't snap the ball. He should have, because he would have got the first down. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to ask these Packer fans now. We'll go around the horn. Packer fans, John Dorn, do you think the Atlanta Falcons will beat the Lions next week?
It's going to be a good fight.
I'm not even talking points. Just who do you think is going to win?
Tell you the truth, I got to go with the Falcons right now.
Falcons on the road. A-Dub, you think the Falcons go into Ford Field and beat the Lions?
From what I see with the Falcons, personally, I wouldn't count on it. Like Ritter still, for me, Desmond Ritter still remains a question mark. Like, you're not going to see much of everything that he does out there, and they are built and predicated on the run, and we've seen how Detroit can handle any kind of run game. So that's where I think Detroit has an edge to win.
There you go, Robert. What do you think? Falcons go into Ford Field and beat the Lions?
I mean, they can beat you guys. They're used to playing in a stadium like that. I don't think that gives you any advantage other than just the noise for when you guys are, when your team's up. I mean, that's pretty. They're used to that, and they're used to running on that kind of field. Bijan is the real deal. So if you could contain him, you will beat the Falcons. I mean, Ritter can be contained. It's just you got to if you don't put a spy on guys, well, then you might have an issue because
they got some good receivers and they got Pitts too.
Our secondary was. The only reason they were killing us on the run. They gashed us, and then when we covered on the run, they fucking got us in the air. I mean, he kept them going.
I'm asking you to go on a limb, Robert. Do you think?
I think they can beat you, but I'm picking you guys to beat them.
Okay, good. Okay, that's good. Well, then we got two. John Dorn thinks they're going to beat us, and the other two think that we got enough team to beat Atlanta. So that is telling to me, gentlemen, because your team lost to them, and you still think our team can beat them. It gives me a little glimpse of what you guys think about my team and how they stack up against your team. Jeremy B, I want to ask you: you think the Falcons come in and beat the Lions?
Can they? Yes. Will they? Probably not, because you know what Ritter has not done yet in the NFL in his five career starts? Won a game on the road.
Yeah, right.
Say what you want. When he's on the road, he's an interception machine.
Okay, well, he's got more starts than Jordan Love.
He's not the greatest quarterback, but he looked poised. He wasn't scared. I mean, he handled his own. I mean, we got after him. I mean, right off the bat, we were in his face, sacked him right off. But you guys beware. He's going to run. He's going to run.
I know he's going to run.
So Russell, we don't have any Minnesota Viking fans in here.
Witness protection.
Oh my! Are you serious?
Sarah came in this morning. And,
hey guys,
and
let's just run those down. Purple Skittle eaters right into the mud right now.
I'm going to say it right now. We seen them all chirping and talking shit after the Lions loss, after Green Bay loss, after Bears loss. But you know what? They're 0-2 and in the fucking basement. They need to shut their goddamn mouths.
And then they don't show up on the show to even defend their team. Much respect to the Bear fans that are here today.
Who do they play next?
Those they went 11 what? They went 11-0 last year in them one-score games. Now they 1-2.
That's a great take.
They play the Chargers next.
Yeah, but is that really a one-score game? I mean, they had to come back for that.
It's still a one-score game.
It absolutely was a one-score game because they had a chance to win at the end of the game. They had the last possession.
All right, I'll give you that.
And this is something that we all called out all offseason. We told them, look, you won 11 games by one score. You had 8 games. You had to come from behind in the fourth quarter to win. That is not sustainable. That is a fluke. And we told them that. And now 2 games out of the gate, they lost.
Part of the reason is they're more giving than the Red Cross. You know how many turnovers they've given away in the first fucking quarters of both games?
6.
I'm telling you, they give more than the Red Cross.
They got more turnovers than Arby's.
Absolutely, they suck.
And they,
And their offensive line got banged up even worse.
Vikings get home cooking next week against the Chargers, who are 0-2.
I kept saying.
Yeah, it's a
I
bad.
kept saying.
Man, the Chargers overrated. They just like the Vikings.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. The Vikings really don't have many pieces on defense, Rajneesh. Don't you think the Chargers with Khalil Mack and Bosa and Derwin James and I mean they got some JC, they got some players back there in San Diego or LA, excuse me. Why do you think that they're so much, the same as the Vikings? I think they're a much better team than Minnesota.
Yeah. Better run game. Minnesota has no run game.
None. And
Madison had 28 yards last week. 28 yards for an entire game. What the fuck? That's your starting running back.
I don't really watch like that. I just know they always lose.
400
So,
yards.
do the Chargers go 0-3, or do the Vikings go 0-3? That's going to be the storyline next week.
I think the Vikings will be 0-5 before they get a win.
Hey, we'll be 0-3 too.
Wow, I like
They're
that.
playing week 6. Is that the
Bear
Bears?
Down Mike says we'll be 0-3 too. He's got the Chiefs.
Yeah. Gonna have a couple offers going in the division.
Holy
At least
moly!
I admit it.
We got our home opener. Finally, our home opener.
ahead,
I'm not admitting nothing.
You're not admitting nothing.
You still got to play the game.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, bro. Hey, look, you know what? In the 90s, man, one of the greatest things the Lions ever did was go on Monday night and beat the Cowboys on the regular. You guys beat the Cowboys all the time on Monday night. It was like they were like a 30-point underdog, and you guys crushed. They crushed you. You guys crushed them every time.
I know.
You know why I say that? You know why I say that? Because I said Kansas City is going to beat the shit out of Detroit, and it didn't happen. So. I'm not
Terry Bradshaw was saying the Jaguars are going to beat them too yesterday. I mean, that guy's a schmuck.
Yeah. Well, so Rajneesh, by your thinking is if the Lions can beat them, so can we.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna ride for my team till I die.
I love that. Much respect.
I ain't giving nobody nothing. Hey, if they beat us, they beat us. Shit.
Hey,
I ain't finna go say you finna beat us. You ain't gonna just say. I'm not finna sit here and say you're finna beat our ass.
Do we got any Vikings in the comments?
We really didn't get very much smack talking in the comments or anything like that. But
that's because they had a 2-day head start on us, man. They were all very
I'm on the show.
I just scared to come outside.
About the demeanor here. Vikings are in witness protection. Bear fans are still coming out and representing. Now, Viking and Lion fans, even though both of the teams lost, I feel like the fan base as a whole still believes in.
You mean Packer and Lion fans?
That's what I meant. Packer and Lion fans. It's like, even though you guys lost, you feel like your team's still pretty good. You got a good defense. You like with the direction the team's going. But the Bears lost. It's defeating. It's defeating to lose that way. It's defeating to lose the way that the Vikings are losing, because you don't really have a lot of hope.
Are you guys burning your jerseys in Chicago? Because one guy posted it.
That was small. That was Small, whatever his name.
We're not associated with that guy.
He burned his jersey, bro. He burned his jersey. Look, there it is.
Hey, that's on him. That's on him. I'm pretty sure y'all Packers fan. I'm pretty sure Packers fan was burning Aaron Rodgers jerseys too.
No,
they were.
Hey, I
want to Riggs, man.
Go ahead. Let's let Jeremy B get. He's got that look like he's got to go number 2. Go ahead, Jeremy.
I got something that I want to say that I predicted this preseason, and everybody said I was crazy.
Let's put him up.
That C.J. Stroud put up 300 yards before Justin Fields would.
Oh, there you go.
Yep, that's
one
true.
Suck eye to another.
That's true.
I don't think has Fields ever had a 300-yard game? Has Fields ever had a 300-yard game?
No.
In his career? Not in his career, man. I don't think it's possible.
Rushing, maybe.
No, I'm not. No, but that ain't how it counts, man.
Hold on, Robert. Jeremy just took a shot at Rajneesh's team, so I want to give Rajneesh a chance to fire back.
I just fire back. What I'm supposed to say? He threw 384 or something, whatever.
Yeah.
And
You said, is that supposed to hurt my feelings? I wanted you to keep going with that.
Did it end up in a win?
I was
Did they win?
I was spitting fast.
Did they win?
No matter.
Fields good for an interception and a fumble in every game.
But did
they win?
But
did they win?
All right. Do we want
That's the ultimate goal, fellas. Winning the games, man. I agree with them on that.
Rajneesh, I have a question for you now.
Yeah.
If Ryan Poles was to call Omar Khan tomorrow and say, "Hey, I'll give you a 5th round pick for Mitch Trubisky," what do you say?
Mitch Trubisky?
Yeah,
Would
he's
you take him back?
a backup that could be available. He's going to be better than Bagent. He's going to be better than Fields. Would you give up a 5th round pick to get Trubisky back on the team?
Oh, hell no. They don't do that.
Trubisky got you guys a 12-4. Didn't he get you a 12-4 season?
He got you to the playoffs, man.
Yeah. I mean, shit, bro. You ain't smelled the playoffs since Trubisky.
Look. Hell no. Look, you don't get rid of a player and then bring a player back.
No, you don't. But my point is, he was better than the guy you got now, and he's better than Bagent. So I love Bear Down Mike. Bear Down Mike's shaking his head. Yeah, he says, "Yeah, I would take Trubisky at this point." Tell us.
I think if he would get traded back to Chicago, Trubisky would probably retire. He said, "Hell no."
Hey man, what you guys should do is run with your backup for the rest of the year, and then if he plays out, you guys can keep him for next year, or you got your 1st round pick. You could get a new quarterback, but you guys should, if you want to try to help your season right now, cut fucking Fields and run with your secondary.
Tell you what, I got a deal for you.
I'm telling you, bench his ass and run with your second quarterback.
John Dorn's like a used car salesman.
I got a deal for you, man. I got a deal for you.
I don't do deal with Packer fans, but I hear you. I listen to
Red Dog Clifford. We got him on our roster. We'll trade you to him.
Yeah, there you go.
I think these.
I don't want to give up Clifford. Shut up, John.
Packer players, they ain't been doing nothing, man. So I think,
we know how to get quarterbacks. You should pay attention to that. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, bro.
Come on,
bro. You can talk all the crap you want. There's 3 decades, 3 decades of worth of quarterbacks. We got 2 of them. That's it. The whole fucking time.
That's luck. Look, that's luck.
That's luck.
That's luck.
Are you out of your freaking mind? Oh my God!
It ain't like y'all just say, "Oh man, we got this, we got Aaron Rodgers, we got Brett Favre." Come on now,
hey bro, the best quarterback you guys ever had. You picked up in free agency, Jay Cutler. That's your best quarterback in your history.
We did not pick him up in free agency. We traded for him.
Whatever, man. You traded for that. You guys admit that? That guy was. He sucked too.
That is not love.
Man, come on. I would say, look, but that's one of the things that come around. Like it's like getting Tom Brady in the 7th, 6th, 7th round. Y'all just lucky they got 2 quarterbacks for the last 30 years.
Cutler book of excuses.
Yeah. I want to say something.
You were out of your mind, bro. We deliberately drafted those guys or trade. Look, somebody showed them the clip. You know how we got Brett Favre? Brett Favre in his senior year got in a car wreck and he couldn't play hardly at all. He lost like 50 foot of his intestines. So he got drafted by the Falcons. Well, then somebody that seen Brett Favre's tape showed Ron Wolf his junior year, and they went and said, "Hey, we'll trade you for him." That's how we got Brett Favre, off of someone doing their homework. We know how to find fucking quarterbacks. I'm telling you, bro. You guys don't.
Hold on, guys. To that, Robert, I'll say a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while.
Bro,
Jeremy,
look what happened when Brett Favre came. Look what happened. Instantly.
Hit the mute button on all of you. Hit the mute button on him, Russ. Jeremy, you got to take. You've been waiting patiently. Go ahead.
I'll be quiet.
Rajneesh, I want to give you credit because I agree. I would throw Justin Fields to the Wolves in Kansas City and let him get killed because if Tyson Bagent is as good as he looked this preseason, you don't want him killed.
Nah.
I'm with you, Jeremy.
Look, you can't do that. And plus, you get him, and he can start at home. And plus, I don't think if you make a decision right now, I don't think he even practiced yet this week. So I don't know. So you can't just throw them in there like right now.
When did Kansas City get this most quarterback killer defense that I never heard of? What the hell, man?
Chris Jones
is back.
signed back.
Yeah, so what?
Yeah, all right. So what? Yeah, okay.
Now
The reason why he getting $20 million.
Now it's so what? But when the Lions beat the Chiefs, it was they didn't have Chris Jones.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Your fan base did.
Yeah. But anyways, anybody want to take a guess at what Justin Fields' QBR is through 2 games?
Man, nobody care no more, man.
32 or 28 or something like that.
It ain't got nothing to do with Detroit or Green Bay, so why do it even matter? Why do it even matter? And what you call already went over that earlier. You look too late. You look too late.
Look on the bright side, Bear fans. You always got the White Sox.
If you added 100 to it, it would be 123.
Hey, man, you guys figure out which city you're moving your team to yet?
They are who we thought they were.
Oh, Mike. I'm sorry, brother.
Hey, at least I can say it didn't get Detroit bad where we go 0-16 the whole season. We put Brown 50 bags on us.
Bro, you very well
put my
could,
paycheck
bro.
on that don't happen.
Oh,
I put my paycheck on it.
You might
That
be
don't
the
happen.
only 0-17 team when it's all said.
Yeah, it's
that's
0-17. It's worse than the Lions.
That's not happening.
Yeah, you do
not
have
happening.
Minnesota on the. You do have Minnesota twice, Rajneesh. So
It's
maybe
not
you
happening.
avoid it.
That definitely ain't happening.
Man, I have to ask everyone on this panel, have you followed our page or liked us, subscribe to us on YouTube? If not, you guys suck to be on the show and not have followed or liked our stuff. And if you're out there listening or watching, please go over and like our stuff. Subscribe at Main Event 365 on YouTube. Follow the page. It's Detroit Lions Villain Squad. Join the groups. It's NFC North The Huddle and Detroit Lions Main Event. For this knucklehead panel and the maestro Russell Wayne, our producer, my name's Main Event Mike. We appreciate everybody being here today. Thank you, panel, for joining us today. God bless each and every one of you. Peace out.
We like that.
Go Pack, go.
Go Pack, go.
Go Pack, go. Right now.
Pardon me.
Hold on 1 second, Jeremy.
Yeah, no problem.
Because I want to make sure while I have access to all of these channels that you guys can go over to our YouTube channel that just got thrown in there and you can like the stream from tonight. And we really, really appreciate that. And we appreciate anybody that was listening to the broadcast tonight. And we want to invite you to join us each and every day. Content 365 days a year. And join me, Russell Wayne, in the morning. Football talk, 11 a.m. Eastern. Usually during the weekdays. Sometimes I'll do a Saturday show. It just depends on what kind of mood we're in. But we appreciate you watching the broadcast. Who do you got tonight? You got the Browns, Steelers. Yeah.
Taking the Browns.
Yeah. We got the Saints. Got the Panthers.
Taking the Saints.
There you go. And I'm leaving the people right here. This has been the NFC North Open Mic. Main Event Mike hosting. I like to leave you right here. It's trash talk, right? Let's do it the right way.
It's not fair. They were so happy.
going on, Russell Wayne and the Main Event 365 Network? This is Jason Kabenda from the Detroit Lions. Here to give y'all a shout out, man. We appreciate all the support, man. Know you guys are big fans. Know that you guys are rooting for us to take the North this year, and we're going to do just that, man. Appreciate you guys so much. Just want to give y'all a shout out. Y'all have a great day.